Yeah, I thought we battled and played hard, but I think when it got, to the third and fourth quarter, they made some big shots. Was changing up our defenses and adjusting, but we took some quick shots, and I think the momentum kind of shifted in their way when they made a basket. But I'm just proud of our effort, and I know I said this in the locker room to the team. We've been fighting and we've been grinding all season. And I just hate that, we couldn't pull it out.
Thank you. Chuck, any questions back there?
Yeah, we have questions on the Zoom. Just use the raise hand feature, please, and we'll take them. We'll start with Neil Meyer from Front Office News, please. Okay, the question was the performance on defense, a lot of block shots. How much of that played into the game?
Is that for me?
Yes,
Okay.
Coach.
Yeah, I feel like that, that was something that, throughout the season, the helping and being able to get blocks was something that, I felt like on the defensive end was good for us at times. But, again, you can get blocks, but then you got to sit down and get stops. And I think that's, what we talked about collectively is finishing.
Neil, I think we have the audio fixed if you want to try another question.
Oh, yeah, I think it got cut out there, Coach Hurd. Sorry about that. But we were talking about the play of Malaya Williams and obviously what she brings to the table on the defensive aspect. That was part of the question there. Just your thoughts on what she brings to the table. She obviously leads the conference in blocks, 5 tonight. Just what she brings to the table and how special of a player she has been like for this team.
I just think her heart, her desire to want to win. She talks to all the coaches all the time, asking questions about how she can get better or where she needs to be at, and she just plays super hard. And, she has allowed us, she did during the season, allow us to have the opportunity to change up defenses and do a lot of different things. And so just really proud of her.
Other questions from the Zoom? Yep. Neil, the floor is yours.
Fine. Maya, just talk about the growth of this team over the season. Obviously, started out hot there in conference play, but how have you been able to see this growth from this team all the way from the start to finish of this season?
Yeah, I would say it's been a lot of growth for sure. We did start off hot. You have some rough patches, but I think everybody stayed with it. Everybody stayed confident. We all stayed together, and each and every day we just came in and we worked to continue to get better and better. So I think that our growth was tremendous, and I'm so proud of this team, even though it wasn't the outcome that we wanted.
Coach, the game finished, plus 16 at the free throw line for Tulane, then plus 13 on rebounding. Is it too simple to say that was the difference in the game today?
Definitely. That's what we talked about in the locker room. Excuse me. Making free throws for us, we shot 50%. But then putting them at the line continuously on fouls and understanding and knowing how, to adjust the game to the referees and how the refs are calling the game. And then rebounding, that was something that we talked about ahead of time, just being able to go get the basketball and, pursue the ball. And, again, I echo what Maya said. I think just super proud of, just how we continue to keep grinding. And, we was up at halftime and, then we came out and, again, we had some miscues on defense and the rebounding and the fouling as we talked about. And when you're playing great teams, hats off to Tulane and making shots and doing the things that they needed to.
And then just for Jillian, as a top scorer, but on the day when maybe the ball isn't going through the basket, you still contribute, across 4 steals, a couple blocks, 6 rebounds, drew 5 fouls. Can you just talk about how that can keep you in the game on a day when maybe the shots aren't falling as quickly as you'd like?
Yeah, obviously not every day, the ball's going to go in how, I might want it to, but, my teammates help pick me up, remind me I do other things, and just to keep pushing, whether it be on the rebounds or on defense or giving a good pass to, keep pushing throughout the game.
We'll go back to Neil for the next question, please.
Hey, Coach. 11 of the 12 players that played tonight all contributed and each scored a basket. Just what seemed to be the key there? The ball seemed to be moving very well here tonight. What was the key and what led to that success there in the ball movement to get everybody involved in the offense tonight?
Well, I think that's something that we talked about. We're at the end of the season right now, and being able to adjust. I want to take my hat off to my staff too. I have a brand new staff this season, and they did tremendous with game planning, coming in and helping our players get better. And so I think that's a credit to not only just the coaching staff, but the players, and listening and taking the game plan to the floor. We always tried to make sure we broke it down and gave them the simple answers to what that would be, and how, a team was playing us. And, I feel like, as Jillian said, sometimes the ball just doesn't go in the hole, but we got to control the things that we can control, and that's rebounding, that's not fouling, and that's making sure we take care of the basketball also, too.
We have another question from Wes Pruitt, please.
Hey, Coach. Y'all really fought hard tonight, especially to close out the game. What is something that you can take from tonight and utilize it moving into next season?
Well, the great thing is that, all these games and everything that we put in place, you grow. So we got to go back and, as a staff, we got to look. They'll get their break, and, we'll go back and look how we can get better and what that looks like. My job as a head coach is to look in the mirror and to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to lead this program so we can get better. But again, I'm gonna go back and say I am proud of their effort. We just got to clean up a lot of things, and we talked about this a lot. We got to become more disciplined in the moments when things really count. And I think that those things kind of came back and really hurt us some in a lot of the games. In conference, we were in basically all the games, a lot of them, and first, second quarter, third quarter. And I think that's what I learned, and what we got to make sure we go back and clean up, putting them in situations. It's what we talked about, fighting to the end, and that's what we did.
Any other questions?
Coach, one more question for you. I know you guys are out of the tournament, and I know that was not the ultimate goal, but as you look at this tournament and what teams are left, who would you say your favorite is to win this tournament?
I think that's a good question. I think this league has been unbelievable this year. The talent level has risen. We got great coaches. I think it's going to be very interesting. Of course, we all know, that South Florida is really good and do a lot of great things. But you have to look at Memphis and how they've played this year. East Carolina's played well. So it's a lot of teams. I feel like that, when you talk about favorite, I feel like I don't have a favorite. I'm just excited to see what will happen when we get to the championship.